Let's take a look at file publishing and uploading. We'll go to the settings, over to publishing, over to files, and there's a checkbox here for files to activate it. And what this does is it works with a folder in your home folder, Music Radiologik Web, and it reads text files that you create here in the templates folder and outputs files with the exact same name in the parent web folder. Let's open one of these templates and you'll see we use these replacement tags, which get replaced with the actual metadata, and the constants pass through. In this case, we're doing the current title and the current artist, and that outputs to this file, and you can see it matches up with what is actually playing there. Going back in settings here, if you hit the question mark here, it'll take you to the help. And if you scroll down, you'll see all the different replacement tags you can use. Lots of different metadata, start time, persistent ID, upcoming artists, preference sets, schedule programs, QN times remaining, etc. All can be replacement tags. Your files can be any text file, so you can have different extensions here like TXT, HTML, PHP, or JSON. Now let's take a look at one way we can actually use this with one of our encoders. I'm going to launch BUTT or BUT, which is standing for broadcast using this tool. Look at its settings, stream tab, and here we can update song name from a file. We choose our metadata file, not the one in templates, but the one that actually outputs to that parent folder. And that's it for setting that up. Make sure it's activated here. In order to see this working, what I need to do now is actually start this. I have an IceCast server I can send to right now. And there it is. Let's say OK to this so we can see the metadata. It matches. Let's advance a track and see if it changes. Now, BUT is doing its own file pulling, so it may not be as fast as, let's say, Radiocast, but it was pretty quick. We'll quit that. Now let's launch BUT-M, which is the newer modern version by the same developer, which is pay. And in here, we'll go to the settings, song update. Here's where you choose the metadata file. Let's start this one. And there is our metadata of what's actually playing. Let's advance a track, go back and see how quickly it changes. Pretty quickly. Now let's take a look at uploading. We'll go back in settings. We'll go to the upload tab. And here we can choose which files we actually want to upload to our server. You can upload via FTP, set a path for the text files. You can have a separate or a different path for the album art. Put your username and password in. Here you can test to make sure it works. I'm going to say I want to upload my playlist JSON and the current album art only. I'm not going to set this up right here, but if you look in the help here, here's an example of what it might look like. And this will file publish every time the now playing changes. These files will be updated. The album art will be updated. And right after that, they'll be uploaded from here. One more thing I want to show with file publishing is in the replacement tags. Going back to publishing here. We'll go back to the help. We'll scroll down. And we'll notice you can use variations to get past tracks and future tracks for all of the above replacement tags. For instance, you can use RL-title-01 to get the most recently played title. Use RL-artist plus 02 to get the artist 2 tracks in the future. So let's take a look at an example of this. We'll go back to our web folder quickly. We'll take a look. When we looked at the metadata here, we can see it's just the current artist and title. But the playlist JSON I have here takes advantage of past and future tracks. So this first entry is the most recently played. This is 2 in the past. This is 3 in the past. This one is the current. And down here we have 5 future tracks. So that's it for file publishing and uploading.